All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Wow, look at that. We already have Lisa in the house. Hello, Lisa. Nice to have you here. Yay, it's tonight. We have John. John, good to have you in here nice and early. And we have Nick here. Nick, nice to have you here. We were
Hi,
just
Nick.
talking about Nick. We were
Hi,
saying
John.
how we would hope you would join us from time to time. And we know you're busy. So that's, of course, up to you. But all right. Well, Mary Ellen and Freddie, nice to have you. How y'all doing?
We're doing great.
Great, thank you.
Great.
Here's the question for the chat. Do you notice anything distinctive about Mary Ellen and Freddie? I noticed it right away. Hello, Donna. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Lisa.
And there's Rachel Fithian,
Hi,
who
Rachel.
she may or may not join us. It kind of depends, but good to have you here, Rachel. Either way. All right. Well, that was question number one. What do you notice about Freddie? And all right, what did Nick say? It was a long day at work today, kind of tired. I get it, Nick. Totally. All right. Well, the answer is, as we're all saying hello to each other, they have gotten some sun, some Oklahoma sun. Yes, you guys look relatively crisp.
Do we look like a tomato?
I mean, Freddie's already kind of a tan person, but I notice you're more tan than ever, Freddie.
Yeah, it's growing up. Growing up, even though I was young, I was saying that to Mary. For some reason, I just tanned. Well, I never went red.
Nice.
John wants to know if you're a golfer.
Yeah.
I used to play a bit. And then I got arthritis in my shoulder, so I haven't really hit a ball for a few years now.
In Ireland, is it link style courses just like Britain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and Scotland, all links courses like. But where I live, I'm on the coast, right on the North Atlantic, and there's 3 courses there, and then, as I said, 4 miles round. They open next year in Portrush. Royal Portrush is, the whole way down around the coast and that. There are some inland courses, but the biggest majority, 99%, are links courses. Like,
so then you get a lot more wind.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yes, different holes, different. Some clubs getting thrown about. Then, all right.
Hi, Keith.
Hiya, Keith. I tell you, Freddie, that so I've got a virtual reality headset, and I just literally last night we bought the golf game, Golf Plus, and today I played just a couple holes of the link style course, and oh my gosh, is that hard? It's a whole different game. John must be a golfer. I think I knew that. Links, you better hit them straight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be missing the fairways. That's for sure. Because if you do, you better bring plenty of golf balls with you.
And in fact, they got those pothole bunkers that are just like these deep holes. It's crazy. Well, anyway, nice to have you all here. All right, well, guys, tonight is the night. Well, we are going to determine the funniest, not funniest. I got to clarify, the best cartoon of all time. And if you didn't know which two we're down to, well, then you'll find out later on. But Keith, yeah, 12 days. All right, looking forward to that. We will be with Keith on his live stream that night, so that'll be a lot of fun. All right. You guys ready, Mary Ellen? Ready, Freddie?
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right. Question number, I got to share. Question number 1. Whoops. I don't want to do that. All right. This is going to be an interesting question. What do you predict will happen over the next 100 years?
You know how like the Jetsons,
yeah,
cars, everything AI, everything. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim. Good to have you here.
I predict a lot of futuristic things having to do with computers and AI, like the Jetsons.
Lisa says apes will rule the world. Well, that's absolutely true. I mean, the movies never lie.
Okay, she hits it right on the nose. You're right, Lisa.
How about you, Freddie? Any predictions?
Well, it's as Mary said, a lot of futuristic stuff going on, but I just worry about wars,
Right.
Unfortunately, the world's not in a good place at the minute, so it's hard to say if what will happen. Dictatorship or,
Yep.
hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Want to say hi to Amy,
Hi,
AJC
Amy.
Magic. Nice to have you here. Hello. Well, I agree with you both. And the other thing, and that really worries me, and I'm quite serious about this, is I worry about anarchy. That's one of the things I worry about the most. And, you see it in other countries. You see the overthrow in Cuba. You see what happens when the law can't handle the amount of resistance and so forth, and you get anarchy, and so that does scare me a little bit. Rachel says, I think there may be a group of people that returns to more traditional lifestyle, those small communities, farms, and separate from technology. Yeah.
I think she's right. I agree with that, Lisa, Rachel. That's there. It's going to be kind of extremes. They're going to be the simple going back to Earth, and there's going to be the AI technology part.
Yeah. And Nick, I agree. Anarchy, it pops up, here from time to time, but it hasn't overrun us yet. But that's what I worry is, could it rise to that level? Okay, very good. All right. Hopefully I didn't miss any comments. Did I miss anything, Mary Ellen?
I don't see any other comments.
You're pretty good at keeping me on track. All right. Question number 2. Do you believe there is intelligent life on other planets?
100%. We cannot be arrogant enough to think we're the only people who exist in the universe. There's organized retail crimes in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, Keith. You're exactly right. Yeah. It's just that it's growing, I think. Amy, Donna agrees with you, Amy. She believes there is. John believes that there is. Nick believes that there is. Amy believes so. Well, Freddie, are you going to go contrary or are you agreeing?
I have to agree here. There's just things that need to be, let me see, investigated and things that have happened that the governments have hid for whatever reason. So, yeah.
Like other planet technology, like, for lack of a better word, other, alien technology that the government may have been able to get, but then they've kind of held it back.
Well, you go back in history and take the pyramids, the building of the pyramids for starters, and you start to think about, people will say that they were built for things that were seen in the sky and stuff like that. So maybe people laugh at that and say, don't be silly, but,
There's lots of hieroglyphs that have like alien saucers, alien looking people. I mean, where would they have gotten that image?
Right.
Yeah, I think there has to be someone out there. Why they haven't shown their faces to us, I don't know. Maybe, but
right.
Lisa.
And Lisa says they have better cable and Wi-Fi, and that's of course the gist of this question is, that's everything. Rachel says, I do, but frankly, I think it's more spiritual than what we typically think of. I'm kind of on board with that. In fact, if you're all familiar with C.S. Lewis, and he wrote obviously the Chronicles of Narnia and all that, but he also wrote a space trilogy called, oh my gosh, I can't remember. One of the first one was called Perlandra, and that's what he kind of explores in this is this spiritual aspect of alien life. Um, Orc will become a federal offense. Oh yeah, I think he's back on the other question. Jim saying yes, but we will never see life on other planets because such planets that could sustain life are simply too far away. Right, right. I mean, imagine how far away it would have to be to sustain life. How many suns or galaxies away? Donna agreeing with Jim. Nick saying, I thought the aliens were here already. Some people look like and act like them. That's right. um, well, I'm not going to really throw too much more into the ring on it. I mean, I think that the question that Freddie asked is one that I would look at is why haven't they made themselves known to us, in more clear ways? Mary Ellen, you bring up a good point. There's certainly some evidences of it, but uh, you know, I don't know. Okay, next question. Now this, I feel like I've asked it in some measure, but this is slightly different. What movie star has the most raw talent in Hollywood? And what I mean by that, of course, is just like natural, like it's not because they're studied as much as they just have the most raw talent. And so, hey, we got Janie B here. Hi, Janie B.
Hi, Janie. Are you talking living or dead or both?
Oh, I always forget to quantify that. I would say living. Let's go living. Great answer, Nick. Tom
That was
Hanks.
going to be my answer to
Yeah.
Nick.
Honestly, somebody that you love in so many roles is Tom Hanks, and I like that answer. Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, he's a natural. That is for sure. Very interesting that most of us are on the same wavelength there. I think she's referring to the alien question.
It's true, Rachel. Like
Yeah.
nobody really talks about it much. And then when you start to bring it up, I think people are on the same page more than they aren't.
Yeah. Denzel Washington, says John. Great answer. I remember the first movie I saw him in, and I don't remember it was a military movie, and he played outfield, and oh my gosh, I knew right away this guy is a great actor. Selena Gomez, says Keith, because Selena Gomez, Esme Caliente. Does that mean she's pretty? I don't know.
That means she's hot.
Hot. Okay. Oh, Morgan Freeman from Amy. Yes. Is there any voice you want to hear more than Morgan Freeman's? Julie Andrews. I love Julie Andrews.
Me too.
Yeah. Janie B, I like Anthony Hopkins, but you all have great choices. I love Anthony Hopkins. What? No, Nicolas Cage? That one's a 50-50-er. I happen to like Nicolas Cage, but I know that he's not everybody's favorite. Ryan Gosling is very versatile too. He's been comedic and dramatic. Yeah. I get confused sometimes between Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling, but they're both very good. Good answers. Okay. Well, here we go. All right. Hey, I did it right. Well, I had to ask this question, and Jim, I have to say, More Sunshine did an excellent top 15 list last night. And if you didn't get a chance to see it, it was top 15 Sherman Brothers songs, and absolutely, I had no idea how many of those songs were written by the Sherman Brothers. He didn't do, like he said, he could have done 5 songs from Mary Poppins alone, but he only did one per movie. So, he covered this much better last night. I want to say hi to Kay Atwood. Hiya, Kay. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Kay.
Yeah, that was really good and some really great selections. I was so sure for some reason you were going to do that Jungle Book song for number one, but then, like Donna predicted, it had to be Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. And so, anyway, not to give away any clues, uh, Freddie, you might not know the Sherman Brothers as well, but I'll start with you, Mary Ellen. Whoop.
God, that's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know all of them, but
Nick, I feel like I should remember what your least favorite one is. Please remind us. Keith doesn't know which ones are Sherman Brothers songs. Well, Keith, think of any Disney movie from the 60s, the 70s. Think of some of the old attractions at Disney World. There is a good chance the Sherman Brothers wrote that song. Think of Mary Poppins. They wrote everything in that. Oh, and I think Nick is saying this would be his least favorite Sherman Brothers song.
yeah, it gets stuck in your head.
Feed the Birds. That's my absolute favorite.
I like that.
Yeah, and Walt's favorite. The Sherman Brothers were obviously two brothers who wrote more music for Disney than anyone ever has by a lot. A spoonful of sugar from Amy.
Was it every Mary Poppins song, even Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Oh yeah. Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, as Donna said, that was
That's
of course.
A good one.
And in some versions you hear Walt singing in Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
I love every Sherman Brothers song. I can't really pick one out.
Well, I have to tell you, Mary Ellen, Jim played a couple last night that I would be like, they were like the gnome mobile or whatever that one was. Some of those songs weren't.
Yeah.
Keith likes
The Lion Book.
Did they do the Lion? No, not Lion. Did they do Lion King? They did Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, Mary Poppins. Think of anything. Aristocats. Yeah. I like Spoonful of Sugar. Let's Go Fly a Kite. That was the one that Jim mentioned last night. And Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Holy cats, Keith! You spelled that right. Also a big fan of the Tiki Room. Yeah. I also like Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow and It's a Small World. Yeah. Okay, Mary Ellen, I'm sorry. I interrupted you, didn't I? Did you say?
No. Well, I can't just pick one. Well, I don't know. I love Mary Poppins. I don't know. I would pick any song from Mary Poppins, and it would be my favorite. What's yours?
It's definitely Feed the Birds, which was also Walt's favorite song, and that had a special. It felt magical to me, even as a kid. And honestly, I think I was 6 years old when I saw Mary Poppins. But the other song that I really like from Mary Poppins is Steppin' Time. That was a good one. Hi, John and Nancy. Nice to have you here.
I think Feed the Birds had such a different. It was more melodic, and it had special, meaning to it. Whereas some of these are just silly, like Small World or whatever.
Yeah. The Feed the Birds, the scene where they use it, and it's kind of like the camera fades up into space, and what you're seeing is this humble woman feeding the birds, and it's going to something much more big and cosmic, and the song was beautiful, and anyway, love that.
I agree.
Yeah. Janie B agreeing with us.
Thanks, Janie.
Yeah, it's always good to have Janie here. All right, next Oh, Mary Ellen, I'm picking on you, so you can't say. Mary Ellen has played second base in softball. Okay, she's not giving away any hints. She's not doing any. She's real straight face. True or false? And like Freddie, I guess I don't know if you would know this for a fact, but I'm guessing you don't know this anyway. So,
I do know this actually.
oh, you do. Okay. Well, let's see. First off, let me go back to Kay saying least favorite song by them is "A Small World." Sounds like Nick is in agreement with you. Jim saying they also wrote the music for the Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Yes, with that Angela Lansbury and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Nice. And now we've got Donna saying true, Jim saying true, Keith saying Walt Disney was a friend of Art Linkletter. He was like his best friend. Lisa saying false, Keith saying true. Janie, thank you. Yep. And then true from Kay Atwood, true from Nick. Guessing true, says Rachel. And Amy coming in with a false. But Janie B going true. And John and Nancy, absolutely true. Well, the trues definitely have outweighed this. And I honestly don't know the answer, but I'm also going true. And so, surprise us, Mary Ellen. What is the answer?
Okay, so I played softball since I was from third grade till almost a senior in high school. So I majority of the time I was a pitcher and played third base. But in high school, I was second base and pitcher.
Yes.
So yes, I did play second base for a while.
Nice. All right. So you knew that, Freddie.
Yes.
Nice.
We were actually watching the game the other night. It came up a couple of nights ago. We were watching the game.
I was kind of doing a play-by-play, and
I was asking. I was sort of being inquisitive. So that's how I found out. Well, I knew she was a pitcher, right enough, but I found out a couple of nights ago when we were watching that game that she also done second base as well.
Isn't that something? I feel good that I guessed it then, because I didn't know that, right?
No, you didn't.
Very cool, says Rachel. Keith, I'm going to have a couple of trivia on my birthday stream. One of them is to see who knows me best. Oh, good idea, Keith. All right. No unanswered questions. We are all caught up. All right. Which country has the most billionaires? Is it the United States, Switzerland, or China? And you can guess whenever you want.
That'd be too obvious to go for Switzerland.
I'm going to say Switzerland.
Switzerland from Mary Ellen, USA from Donna, Switzerland from Rachel, USA from Keith, Switzerland, says Lisa, just because of the watches. Yep. Switzerland, says Janie B. Jim coming in with China. John, USA. Amy with China. Rachel would have guessed Monaco. Yeah. And Switzerland, says Kay Atwood. We got lots of good guesses. Of course, they're good. So which one did you say, Freddie? You said Switzerland, or
I said Switzerland. Would you say?
Well, I can't look past Switzerland because of all the banks and all. It's maybe too obvious, but I will go with Switzerland for that reason.
Okay.
It's maybe too obvious.
Nick going with China. Kay said Switzerland. And the answer is China.
Ooh.
And it's not by much. China has 814 billionaires, the most in the world, according to the Huron Global Rich List in this year, 2024. Despite holding on to the top spot, China lost 155 billionaires year over year, while the U.S. gained 109, putting the gap at just 14 billionaires.
I just would think a communist country wouldn't allow them to be rich.
Well, they certainly own a lot of us, it seems.
Well, there's rules for one and rules for other.
Yeah.
Made in China. Think of who made it. That's right. All right. Okay, this one will go fast. Movie quotes. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. What movie is that from? Oh, Lisa. Yeah.
Lisa, that was fast.
Yep. Right behind her, Jim, and of course, Nick. No surprises. Our Donna. All right. Yes, it is definitely from, and Kay got it as well. It is from Ferris Bueller. And let's look at young Matthew. What's his name again?
Roderick.
Broderick. Thank you. Lisa is still in quiz mode, says Nick. Yeah, she was sharp. China is a country and also a singer actress. China Ann McClain. Oh, Lisa is a fast typer, or she has fast internet. Anyway, yep, Ferris Bueller, Matthew Broderick. The first movie. Remember the first movie we saw Matthew Broderick in? What was it called? Nick, Jim.
Yeah, Nick, just go ahead and answer it.
Yeah, go ahead. Nick wonders if he should wait and make it fair.
Oh, it's okay, Nick.
What was the first movie we saw Matthew Broderick in? I'm going to tell you, it wasn't War Games. I mean, it was War Games. Yeah, Jim got it. It wasn't Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It was War Games. Yep, John had it too. And Nick saying what Jim said, and Amy agreeing War Games. War Games was a great film. Okay. Time to view a movie, a sleeper movie. Mary Ellen, as usual.
Oh, it was. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I really did. I don't think I saw it. I am a woo-woo type of person, so I totally believe in his abilities and his intuition and his inner compass that led him back to his parents, not even knowing if they were dead or alive, or and for a long time she didn't know he was alive. So it was just it kept me intrigued because I really wanted to find out if he would find his parents and they would find each other, the man and the woman. And I really enjoyed it. I just thought that it was very, I don't know, it was spiritual in a way, and it was very like forward thinking, unlike some other movies. And I just really enjoyed it. I gave it a 9.
That's a high review. I don't remember if you've gone higher than a 9 before. Do you remember?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
no, it was very, I enjoyed it a lot.
Nice. How about you, Freddie?
Yeah, I like the actor, the young guy. Well, he's not young now, but Freddie Highmore. I like him. I've seen him in Bates Motel. I watched that series and The Good Doctor, which I'm watching at the minute, which I have been watching for a couple of years now, and I like him as an actor, and I enjoyed the movie. I'm watching it, and I got sort of engrossed a wee bit in it, and I was saying to Mary, whenever she found out that she was having the baby, and then that accident, and the father said, "I'm sorry," and I said to Mary, "He's got that baby. That's what he's done." And I enjoyed it. I really did. I must admit, I enjoyed it, and I thought I'm going to watch it right until the end here and see what happens. Just how he gets together with the mother and father, because they're all musically talented. You know what I mean? And
yeah, he was a prodigy.
And which they are. People have to remember that there are some smart kids out there, prodigies like. So I enjoyed it, and I give it an 8. I really did.
It was nice to see a prodigy who wasn't being led or controlled by their parents. He was moving forward with it.
Intuition, and that was that was powerful. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, Rachel is not able to be with us live. At least I don't see her hopping on, but I'm going to read her comments. Uh, what a pleasure to watch music connect this family. My heart broke for the main character as he sought to find his parents. It was an absolute joy to see them reunited at the end. I believe music can be found in the everyday, and this story portrays that well. And I'm sorry I forgot to bring up her slide here, and she gave it a 9.5. So very nice. Amy saying, I saw August Rush. It has been a while since I've seen it. Believe I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm going to give my review. And so don't misunderstand. I put in the word preposterous because there's a category of movie where things happen and they come together in a way you say, well, that's just absolutely ridiculous. And this is kind of in that category. But I liked it, and that's the thing is, can they get over that hump? Can you still be interested enough to watch it until the end, like Freddie said, and you want to see something happen, and it was very beautifully done, even though the way everything came together in the end was, a big leap of faith. A lot had to happen.
It was a leap of faith. And I think, that's the way the universe works. You put it out there and it comes back to you. And that boy was on such a mission. That's what he ended up doing. He had them come back to him. I really didn't like Robin Williams' role in this movie.
Well, but if you think about it, it was very creepy, and yet he did it pretty well.
He did do it well.
Great actor.
And you have to remember he was a prodigy too.
Yeah.
So he could relate to this boy and probably wanted to be a part of that movie.
Yeah. Rachel's favorite by far that we've watched so far. Yeah, it was really good. Keith says, I like it when things and shows becomes preponderant to each other. Yeah, that was definitely this movie. And the other movie I would compare it to in this category of preposterous yet enjoyable is Yesterday. And so if you've never seen Yesterday, I highly recommend it, especially, and this is not a spoiler at all, if you enjoyed the Beatles music at all, then Yesterday. It's preposterous, but it's darn funny. It's good. All right. Next movie that we're going to review is Have a Little Faith. And I stumbled upon this one on YouTube, and I realized that we've had a lot of these, that they have been religious or Christian, but this one has Lawrence Fishburne, and he's such a great actor. It definitely intrigued me. I'll tell you, I've already watched it. I won't say what I thought about it yet, but that is going to be our next movie is Have a Little Faith. Free on YouTube. All right, here we go. The question, couple of interesting questions tonight. In what decade was the highest economic growth? And I'm going to give you at least a clue that it's in the 20th century. I know that's not a big clue, but in what decade did the world, I should have said the world, see the highest economic growth?
So, okay.
Jim's saying the 1990s.
Say the 60s or 70s, I think. I'll go for 60s.
Okay, 60s. Donna's going 50s. Keith,
I'm going 40s.
40s from Mary Ellen.
More.
Keith is also saying the 90s. John is saying the 50s. All right. Keep them coming. And this is one of those questions where I could imagine that people would maybe measure it differently, but I feel like this was a substantial source. Okay, Rachel's also going with the 50s, and Nick's going with the 60s. And the answer is the 1960s. Freddie, you are absolutely right. You and Nick had it. And there's two reasons behind it. And I missed a few of them here. Lisa said 40s. Janie also said 60s. So Janie, Nick, and Freddie all got it right. And Kay Atwood had said 40s. Well, economic growth spread to all regions of the world during the 20th century when the world GDP per capita quintupled. The highest growth occurred in 1960s during post-war Reconstruction. And another thing really happened after the post-war thing, which is trading became much more prevalent, and that really helped the economy. So, and it was like kind of based on the containers that they used to ship things across the sea. And so, hooray for the smart people. Well done. And then here's another question. In what year was yahoo.com launched?
I'll say 2009.
Jim went with 90. Boy, things jump. 95 from, what did you say, Freddie?
Well, I'm not. I said 2009.
2009. 95 from Jim. Rachel with 94. 1985 from Janie. 99 from John. 95 from Donna. 94 from Nick. Yahoo was launched shortly after Wahoo failed instantly. I think Wahoo was Mountain Dew. 92 says Amy. 91 says Keith. Mary Ellen?
I would say 93.
93? All right. All right. And the answer is 94. And so Rachel had it. Nick had it. It looks like Rachel and Nick. Very nice. All right. And Jim was very close at 95. It was founded by Stanford University engineering students Jerry Yang and David Philo. All right, here we go. Boom, I just put it up there. What movie? We're in the what movie?
Is that Sleepless in Seattle?
Oh, Mary Ellen coming in. You got it. I mean, I didn't expect that with that boat. Come on.
I mean, normally I don't get these things.
Well, nice job. All right. Congratulations. All right. Yeah, Donna had it. Lisa, very impressed, Mary Ellen.
Thank you. Me too.
Sleepless in Seattle, says Donna.
Surprised.
Yeah. All right. You know, Nick, when Nick compliments you, you know you've done well.
Thank you, Nick.
Amy, Sleepless, you got it. Yay, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen said it while I was typing it. Yeah. You didn't get a fair chance, but
I was supposed to answer that quickly, but I just came out.
Well, let's look at the rest of the pictures. Would you have gotten it from this picture? I remember that guy. I went looking for this picture, couldn't find it, so I played the video and I took a snapshot of it. Jim said I was close. I was going to say Sleepless in Tacoma. Yeah. That I'm trying to think of a good comeback for that. I can't. And they only got one letter. Sorry. All right. Remember the scene at the table, and this guy was allergic to everything. Remember that? And that was her brother. when she went to talk to him and 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 express her doubts she was having. And then of course that's the dead giveaway right there. Yeah. You guys are on mute, by the way, I believe.
I do that on purpose sometimes.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Close. I was gonna see. There we go. Keith also with Sleepless in Kansas City.
It was in Kansas City.
Well, that's good. Okay. Guess what? It's time for the final, and we got plenty of time. Best cartoon of all time, and I'll just remind everybody that this is whatever is important to you. If it's being funny, if it's being a good story or endearing, and that's how I should have said this every week. So we have gone through 9 weeks of narrowing down 64 cartoons. We are down to the final 2, and Rachel Fithian is going to come in strong right away, and she knew what was on the agenda. Peanuts, Looney Tune, or Peanuts? So Peanuts from Rachel.
Well, you know my answer. I'm with Rachel. Peanuts,
Yep.
peanuts, peanuts.
Yep. All right. And then
I'm Looney Tunes.
okay. So that means it's 2-2 right now because Lisa's coming in with Looney Tunes and Rachel and Mary Ellen with Peanuts and Freddie and Lisa with Looney Tunes. Now we got 3-2, Amy coming in with Peanuts. We got 3-3, John coming in with Looney Tunes. We got 4-3, Janie coming in with Peanuts. 4-4, Keith with Looney Tunes. 5-4, Donna with Peanuts. 5-5. Oh, not this again.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes. It was on every day of my childhood, while Peanuts was only on selected holidays. Yeah, very few choices in the Peanuts realm. So we are at an absolute tie right now. Yeah, that was a good point. I hadn't thought about that in terms of how much you got to see of it. You get to see Looney Tunes all the time. All right, that's it. It's a tie. Should we just end it with a tie?
That's very tempting.
Sorry,
Donna.
Dean, have you made your decision yet?
Oh yeah, I'm totally decided.
Looney Tunes.
Sorry about that.
Or it's a tie. Yeah.
The gun. Hey, yeah. Have we not seen it? We haven't seen Nick yet.
I know what Nick will say.
Yeah, he's going Looney Tunes.
So is Kay.
Oh well, look at that. 7-5. Well, I can tell you my answer. It was definitely Peanuts. So
Jamie said, that's all, folks.
Very good point. I think so. Yes, but consider the staying power of Peanuts only being on occasionally throughout the year. There is nothing more beautiful than the Christmas and Thanksgiving specials from Charlie Brown. But I'm afraid that the voters have spoken. It is Looney Tunes. And how did I know which one was going to win? By showing you the next absolute slide. How did I know that?
Mary bought a Peanuts T-shirt at the weekend in Bucky's down in Springfield.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'll buy anything Peanuts.
Oh, that's good.
You really should have worn it tonight.
Oh, I should have.
I read more of the Peanuts comics in the paper. Yeah, true.
That's where I read it.
And whoops! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I had them both ready. All right. Yes, I agree, Rachel. Number 2 is still good. Peanuts, I thought was probably going to go all the way, but Looney Tunes wins. And, in all fairness, Jim brought up a great point. It is, you could see so many different main characters as you see in these 6 iconic characters right here. So, Freudian slip. Dean, how about the next category be commercial jingles. Wow, that's
Oh,
not
wow.
bad. Now, the only challenge as Jim faced last night is if you play them, you stand the risk of being shut off, right? Like Jim was very careful to play, I'd say less than 10 seconds of a song last night. And yeah, copyright, says Keith. I wonder. Both are really good, says Kay, about the two cartoons.
What
How
about
about
game shows?
best comedians? That's comedy working right there. Because we did do comedians already, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Freddie said, how about game shows?
Game shows. Where? I missed something.
No, do
Oh, Freddie said it.
favorite game shows.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Or Kit Kat, says Lisa.
Yeah.
Or Disney characters, or, I mean, that would be a huge category.
I might not have that ready by next week. I would say that first week it takes me a lot of work, and so maybe Mary Ellen and I will talk off camera and work it out.
Oh, that's a good point, Lisa. Yeah, just show the product, and then you'd be singing the jingle in your head.
Yeah, that's true. Although I don't know if everybody would know all the old jingles. Best snacks, says Donna. That's a great point. We tried to eat some
Lisa
of
said,
those.
how about Kit Kats?
Yeah, that's a good one, Lisa. My favorite Kit Kats. Or in America, I've never seen so many flavored Oreos in my life.
Well, I mean, here's how I would like to do that if we were doing this. I'd like to have more of you folks on with us, eating it with us, and maybe we could do that. Although we did find that it was a little tricky to eat while we were on the stream, but I have to hide my camera and mute my mic. All right, well, we'll think about it. Those are good suggestions. All right. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
That would be a good. True, so many varieties of Oreos. Did I miss Oreos? Oreos. That's a great
Oh,
idea.
Freddie said there's so many Oreos here in America compared to Ireland.
Oh yeah, yeah. Welcome to America, Freddie. Or we can have Oreos. We have to have a gazillion types. And Freddie, you see this gentleman here in the picture down here?
Yes.
How many Oreo cookies did he eat in one sitting, Mary Ellen? Lisa can tell us.
Yeah, was it 20, 30,
Oh
40?
no, it
50,
had. I think it was over 50.
50 or 60.
We could break into categories like cookies, chips, chocolate, then have those weekly winners go head to head. I like that. Yeah, I think we've got some things to mull over here.
Great ideas.
Oh my gosh! So Freddie, he ate 60
He ate
Oreos.
60. Yeah, Joey's the champion.
And John is eating ice cream right now. Well, John, what kind are you eating? 5 dozen, says Donna. Oh my gosh. Jeff only ate 30. What a wimp.
Yeah. Wah wah.
Joey ate 60 Oreos. Yes, he did, Janie. My hometown makes M&Ms, Milky Way, Snickers, and Three Musketeers. Oh, cool. Oh, listen to this. Friendly's Butter Crunch. Oh, that sounds good right now. I'm hungry. Jeffrey didn't stand a chance. All right. Well, here we go. All right. You're laughing behind the scenes. What can you share with us, Mary Ellen?
He was saying, ask me if I get cream crackers. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know what that is, but he said they're very dry. When you try and eat them, you can only eat like 3 because they're so dry.
We used to have a competition back home. But you were talking there about they were eating them sick. And they made these crackers. They call them the one you put cheese on them or butter or jam, but they're very dry. And somebody come up with this, right? see how long it takes you to eat 3, and people were going, yeah, no problem, but they were struggling.
It's harder than you think.
I probably choked to death. All right. Well, now we're going to have our topic of the week, and I hope it's not too controversial. But I did see this prevalent in the news, and hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble here. You ready? Take a chance, Mary Ellen?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm very curious now.
Okay. Oh. All right. Well, it didn't. Let me play it again. So, is it time for a new direction for Disney movies? And I'll tell you what I read. A Disney executive, somebody who's been very involved with Disney entertainment, came out and flat out said Disney needs to start focusing on the story and the characters and stop focusing on the message. Having
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
message. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Totally.
so that's my hot topic. Mary Ellen, give us your dissertation on this matter in 100 or more words.
I totally believe that. I think the best movies that Disney ever did had some depth to it, and the characters had a storyline, and kids could relate to it or just be entertained by it, and stop with the nonsense where it's so what. And so yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to put up Jim's comments here. Whoops. Let me well, I can't. There's a bug here. Joey had to find a dentist that used a pressure washer after that. I cannot imagine. Have you ever noticed what is in you after you eat Oreos? It is the most unique, disgusting thing. Keith, who can eat a half a gallon of ice cream in 30 seconds? I don't know. Not me, says Rachel. I'd rather savor the flavor. Yes.
Yes.
All right, Nick. Whoops. No. Keith. Sorry. Keith says more sequels, no repeats. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Except they're wearing out the sequels like Toy Story 15. Like, I mean, you got to let it go eventually and create some new content that is the same quality, but a different path.
Right. I mean, if you think about sequels, it's hard to make a good sequel. It's hard to match it. But to me, and I know not everybody agrees with this, Toy Story has done the most amazing job of any sequels. And I literally like the second and third, and is there 4 now? I like them all. I just thought they never missed a beat.
But look what they did to Star Wars. They kept adding to it, and those first 3, 4, 5, and 6, the originals, were the absolute best. Anything before and after that is kind of meh.
Correct. Yeah, definitely the first 3 hit it out of the park. Jim just saw a trailer for Moana 2 today. I'd be very curious how that sounds, how that looked to you. Nick's saying more original writing, something new.
Yes,
Which
Nick.
is, yeah, I mean, like when Pixar came on the scene, and if you watch that Pixar movie, they went against what the Disney executives were telling them, created something that was palatable for the whole family and yet was so creative, and it wasn't stuck in that new message. And look at how well Pixar had done for a while. Amy says they need some new stories. Nick was asking the question that I was thinking too, is Jim, did you like the Moana 2 trailer? Donna says they need new characters that will be invested in or rooting for. Yeah.
Yes. Agreed, Donna.
Yeah, I don't feel like they're doing that. I don't
No.
feel like I'm rooting for anybody.
No.
Rachel, I remember that one. Oh, okay. We're talking about the ice cream here, I think.
I'm still on ice cream.
Keith would like more wizards, witches, and sorcerers. Okay. My favorite oh, okay, sorry. They see a success and try to milk it by making more of the same thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Kay enjoyed the first 6 Star Wars movies. Okay.
Good.
Hey, Tim, nice to have you here.
Hi, Tim.
Tiki Man fan. Awesome. Wow, guys, the comments really just started screaming in. Rachel's pitch. Bring back original animation styles. Movies were art. Oh, wouldn't that be? And you can tell the difference. I mean, I love the original style. I don't think they would do it. Janie's saying Nick should work for Disney. I think we've all thought that. It was an extended teaser trailer. Okay. Donna, it's like content creators. If you're not making original and unique content, no one will watch.
Well, right.
And the only thing that to me strikes me as really good and original content of late has been The Mandalorian and the other one after that.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, yep. And
There's another one as well. Was it Ardor or
Andor?
Andor.
Andor. Yeah, I watched all three of them.
I loved Andor.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Really good. Good to see Gollum again, the actor that played Gollum.
Mm-hmm.
And they done.
Well, good.
Ian McGregor. What was he?
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot of agreement that Disney needs to listen to some of the, and the numbers are speaking. They have really been failing, losing money on these big, especially like you say, the remakes. I think the remakes have been mostly disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we were to have Steve on, Steve, I don't see him in the chat very often, but if he happens to duck in, I think Steve has some of his own thinking on some of these newer films and likes them a little bit more. So come on and debate us, Steve. I'm inviting you.
He may have a question for you, Steve.
Yeah. Donna says they seem to think that if something is a hit, doing the same thing or using the same formula over and over is the way to go. It's kind of lazy, if you ask me.
True.
That's been a long-standing problem at Disney. In fact, there was a period before Lion King, and they were just too dark-minded. And I don't remember, was it Jeffrey Katzberger or whatever? What was his name? I think that he wasn't the right guy.
Yeah.
Luca was one of the better recent films. I don't believe I've seen that.
I haven't either.
Huh. I want a Vespa now. That must be what Luca is on. I love the fact that Ewan McGregor's brothers call sign is Obi-2. Ah, yeah.
Oh, how cute.
That's nice.
That's funny.
Katzenberger, thank you, Donna. Yeah. I think he was a real negative to Disney movies. All right. Freddie, did you have any final thoughts about Disney movies? Are you pleased? Do you wish they would change?
I don't watch a lot of Disney movies.
You knew you were going to say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
But they're getting into the market now, aren't they? With other companies, and they're trying to get in there.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie was my favorite, I'm afraid.
Wow.
We're going way back.
I mean, back as far as you can.
Yes.
Let's see. I see some conversation here. Donna had enjoyed Luca. It was a unique story, says Rachel. Donna says, and Encanto was a cute movie too. Tim liked Luca better than Wish. Okay. And there we go. Can't go wrong with Mickey, says Janie B. To your point, Freddie. Steamboat Willie.
All started with the mouse.
You know what makes some of those old Mickey cartoons the funniest is that sometimes they did things that made absolutely no sense and they were hilarious. Walt had a very creative mind. Well, I think we're at 7:00. We're at the top of the hour, guys.
That was fun. Okay, you Looney Tunes people, congratulations.
Yeah. I couldn't be happier that Peanuts at least made it to second place.
Yes, I'm happy with that.
But Looney Tunes was the worthy winner. And we will come up with a new bracket challenge. Probably won't be by next week. Mary Ellen and I were talking before the show about how we might try to kind of put in some new elements that don't have to be as prepared for. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, great having you, Freddie.
Well,
Don't get
thank
any
you
more.
for having me.
Yeah, don't get any more sun. You've had too much.
Well, I'll try my best.
He wants to go back tan to rub it into the people over there who don't get a tan.
Yeah. Mary Ellen, you also got plenty of sun, and thank you for being on again. Of
Thank
course,
you.
we're down to just 1 month until I'll see you in person.
I know. Can't wait.
All right. Well, thank you, Donna. Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks,
Appreciate.
guys. Thank you for
Thanks.
joining us. It's not a
Thanks.
show without you guys. So thank you
Right.
very much.
It's nice talking to you guys who don't really know every week. So once again, thanks for having me. I enjoy it.
He has one more week to be on the show before he goes back.
Well, you're part of our family now, Freddie, and we will miss you, but you can always join us interactively if you'd like.
Yes. If I can get my...
Be like 3 a.m, but yeah.
Well, thank you, Janie B, for saying that. We appreciate it. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. I
John.
love the wicked awesome Rachel. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, thank you. Well, we'll hopefully still be live next week. We just won't have the bracket challenge ready. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Nick.
Good night, Nick.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, folks.
Have a good week.
Good night, folks. Have a good one.
Have a great week. Do I have some kind of a closing? No, I don't. I'll have to invent one. All right. Here we go. End of stream.